Hi, I'm Art with Greentec Auto. I'm the CTO, and today we're coming back with another flooded Tesla battery. I made a video about 10 years ago about a flooded RAV4 Tesla battery, and I'm coming back to another video with a flooded Tesla battery. And we're going to talk about why this battery is flooded, and one of the reasons is because of the poor gluing job. This was a DIY project. Somebody did it themselves, or it could have been a shop. We don't have that information. All we know is that this is what we received as a core and has very clearly been gone through. And we have lots of writing on what they did to the battery, but the most important thing is they did not glue it down properly. And we'll get some close-ups afterwards, but we have multiple points all the way down the line and around the perimeter of the battery where the glue that they used did not make contact with the lid. They also did not remove the old glue, so anywhere that the glue did make contact, it was not sealed properly. And what that did is put about 4 inches of water in the entire battery. So right now the battery is dry. We had it drying for about a week and a half, but this is the worst battery shape we've seen for Tesla yet. And just goes to show that not every rebuild is done right, not every rebuild is done equally, and pick and choose where and how you do it wisely. So here we have 2 points where there's no glue. That tells us 2 things. One, it's either stuck to the lid and it was made poor contact, and 2, we can see the gray lid, the old glue from when he first took it apart was never cleaned off. So it was attempting to glue over the old glue, and that is not a good idea. Moving further down, we have a big spot of nice and flattened. It's the wrong type of glue, but its coverage is okay. And then we move on to 2 more spots where the lid did not really make contact with the glue a lot. This one, you can see clear, it had a little bit of contact, but towards the middle, there's not a lot. But if you look towards this last one, you can see a sharp edge on the glue itself. And here is a little bit flattened, but between here and here, there's no contact with the lid whatsoever. And that is because of the bolt pattern that they put the lid on, caused it to have a bubble effect. And if it's not bolted in the right pattern, that's what happens, and it does not make a good contact with the glue, and obviously not enough glue. So that's where part of the problem lies. Down the spine, we have a similar situation where we have points where it's made contact with the lid and points where it doesn't, and it gets worse as we move towards the back of the pack. And there is a very specific reason why it's like that. So the question is, why didn't the lid meet the battery down the spine? And it's really quite simple. The people who built this battery tried to cut corners. Usually what happens is they'll try to fold up the one side wherever the problem is, trying to identify and fix it, quickly realizing that if one module has that issue, most of the modules will have that issue. And then they'll fold up the other side to check. At that point, they'll go ahead and remove the entire lid, but that folding and unfolding creates a valley down the middle of the battery lid where it meets the spine. And even if you try and just lay it back flat down with glue and put bolts back in, we clearly see that the glue did not meet the battery. So multiple mistakes, that being one of the bigger ones, is improper lid removal and attempting to do the butterfly method, which is not something that we recommend and not something that we do. So we at Greentec do things a little differently. Firstly, removing the lid has to be in a manner that does not deform it or damage it. And it takes extra care. Second, we remove all the old glue on the lid and on the base before applying any new glue when we go to seal it. Thirdly, we don't fix just the faulty modules, we fix the common problems on every module, whether it's faulty or not. Fourth, we have a special bolt down pattern that we follow to ensure that the battery does not have any gaps between the battery and the lid when we're done. And lastly, we have a special pressurized checker that we will pressurize the battery to make sure that there is nowhere air is leaking from after we've done our refurbishment. Visit our website if you have a hybrid or electric car and you are interested in what options we have for your vehicle, whether it's Tesla or something else, and we'll have a slow-mo around the battery to give you an idea of the extensive damage water can do to an electric car battery.